Hello students, so today we are here to discuss the subject computer for class 7th, and today in this video class we will discuss chapter number 6, that is advanced GIMP. So in last video class also we discussed GIMP 2, means some tools of the GIMP, and here we will learn some more tools of the GIMP and some advanced features of the GIMP software. So in this chapter we will start with the concept of the layers. What is layer? As you can see the definition written here, that layers can be thought as a stack of transparent sheets. Means just you assume that you have a picture and you have a multiple transparent sheets stacked on that picture, and that every transparent sheet is like the layer. And in a very rough way, in a very rough idea, what you can assume that assume any picture, and the objects in that picture, assume that every object is on a different layer. This is just a rough idea. This is not the actual concept. The actual concept is that whatever it is written here, it is the stack of transparent sheets. But in a rough way we can think कि अगर हम एक इमेज की बात करें, अगर एक इमेज में 5 या 6 ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, हर कंपोनेंट को अलग अलग ऑब्जेक्ट ट्रीट कीजिए और हर ऑब्जेक्ट को एक अलग लेयर में ट्रीट कीजिए, देन इट विल be very clear to understand the concept of layers. And what is the importance of the layers? Because layers provides us the ability to separate different parts of an image so that we can work with each part separately without disturbing other parts. तो जो हम आपको assume करने के लिए कह रहे थे, whatever I was telling you to assume that picture, every component of every object of the picture assume as a separate layer. So whatever changes you wanted to apply on a particular object, that is not going to affect another object, another layer. That's why layer is very important in the images. Whatever images we see, they are the formation of the layers. But after the downloading the images, means if you're going to download any image and if that is not available for you to edit easily, so you will not be able to see the layers of that image, means actual layer of that images. जब आप कोई पिक्चर डाउनलोड करेंगे, आप उस पर काम करना चाहेंगे, when you will use that image in this GIMP software, then what you will see that whatever the information is stored in that picture is treated as a single layer. वो आपके लिए एक लेयर बन के आएगा. Now you have the option to create multiple layers upon that, or if you wanted to create an image from the beginning, then you will be able to use this concept of layers. But still we will discuss all the topics, and it will help you to gain more knowledge on the layers, and the importance of the layers you will come to understand. So following are the advantages of the using layers in the GIMP. There are some advantages also. They provide more control and flexibility over image composition. जैसे आपको कुछ भी इफेक्ट चेंज करना, अगर आप उसके लिए एक न्यू लेयर क्रिएट करते, इट मीन्स यू हैव द मोर कंट्रोल. अगर एनी हाउ अगर कुछ गलत हो जाता, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू जस्ट रिमूव दैट लेयर which is having incorrect information. You do not have to delete your complete image, and you do not have to be more worried. So it provides you the more control. जैसे आप suppose you have to work on a Excel sheet, वो Excel sheet आपको ऑफिशियली मिली हुई है, कहीं से भी मिला हुआ, and you cannot take the risk to commit mistakes on that sheet. Then what you will do? Just make multiple copies of that sheet. Just making a single copy is more than enough. Just make a copy and work on that. If there is any error, remove that, again make a new copy and start working there. If you feel, the moment you feel comfortable, then start working on the original sheet. So this is also the concept of the layers. Now it becomes easy to work with different parts of the image without disturbing other parts. It is very clear that every object is being placed on a different layer, so it is very easy to work. Means we need not do bother that different part of the image is being disturbed. Just we are working on a layer and that have a single information on which we are working. So it becomes very easy to work on the images, means work on the different parts of the images. And next, if something goes wrong, we can delete that layer and create a new one. Unfortunately, this is because to err is human. We are humans, so we will commit the mistakes, but we should not repeat the same mistake. So if there is any error, just we have to delete that particular layer. An image is intact there. So how we can open the layers for an image, means when we are working on the GIMP software, how we can create the layers. So just to open the layer window, select the windows and then dockable dialogs, and from there we can choose the layers. The layer window opens by default. A new file has only one layer named background. This I was telling you. जब भी आपको इमेज ओपन करेंगे GIMP सॉफ्टवेयर में, तो बाय डिफॉल्ट वो सिंगल लेयर होगा एंड दैट इज द बैकग्राउंड लेयर. Just see the example. See, here we have this image. Just we will go to the layer. See, here we have one image. So just we clicked on this layer from this dockable window. After clicking here, see, this is the background layer. This is the first layer which we have the background. And what we can do, we will learn. But before that, just I tried to demonstrate that it is the background layer, whatever it is coming by default. So the next which we have to discuss is that, see, a new image is created here and that is by default, that is the background. Just I will demonstrate you that also. See, by default it is the background. And if you will open an image, that will contain the name of the image as the layer name. Okay, so this image is saved as the tulip, but I tried to change this image as the background. That's why this name is coming here. If we will open another image, and what will happen, the name of the layer will be the name of the image, whatever the name of the image is. See here, the name of the image is tulip Windows 7, so this is tulip Windows 7. So what we can do? Yes, we can add a number of layers to add different elements of the image. Let us look at the components of the layers windows. So this is the layer window, and we should discuss about this also. So this is lock layer. Here, this is the option is that lock layer. Okay, by clicking here, we can lock all the layers available for this image. So unfortunately we have a single image, so this feature is not going to give more impact here, because there is only one layer. And visible layers, this is the use of this visual layer. Suppose this is the layer, and if you will click here, so now this is not visible. So we can hide the layer, any layer. There is a single layer, still we can hide that layer. Again we can click there, and that is visible and that is not visible. Okay, and then we have these options. Move layer down, downward arrow is there, and upward arrow is for move layer up. This is to create a new layer, and this is to delete the layer. And just see here, create a new layer, and this is move this layer one step in the layer stack, and this is lower this layer one step, and this option is to delete this layer. So these are the options which we will use in this chapter. So that's why I demonstrated this here on the. Now adding a layer, how we can add a layer. So the steps to add a layer is that create a new layer button. So straight I'm going to add a new layer here. Just click here, add a new layer. Okay, so the name of the layer we can add new. Okay, opacity 100%. This is the transparent. No, I will fill it with the white background color. And okay, see what happened. By default, the new layer is being placed on the original layer. because in beginning what we discussed, layers are the stack of the transparent sheets. अभी हमने क्या किया, इस transparent sheet को white color से color कर दिया और हमने ये क्या किया, image के ऊपर रख दिया. Now image is not visible. So what we can do, either we can hide this, or what we can do, we can just lower this layer. हमने क्या किया, जो हमने new layer insert किया था, what we did, we just moved that layer behind the original image. Now what will happen, if we will disable this original image, then that white color will be visible or not. अब आप इस white layer को visible करो या unvisible करो, doesn't matter, because that is the secondary layer, so that is not going to disturb our element. Again what we can do, we can just move it up. No, what happened now, अब ओरिजिनल लेयर को छुपाओ दिखाओ कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. क्यों? क्योंकि इसके ऊपर ओरिजिनली आपने व्हाइट कलर का एक लेयर पुट कर दिया. सो दिस इज द यूज ऑफ दिस टूल्स. व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन जस्ट मूव इट डाउन एंड मूव इट अप to any layer, and if we do not want to keep this layer, just we can delete this layer also. Okay, we can make duplicates of this layer also. So this is the duplicate of this layer. Multiple duplicates we can create. So now what we can do, another thing, that new layer fill type, foreground color. Just let me show this, all these options here. We can just by clicking here, this option is available. So fill with option is there, fill with foreground color, background color, white, transparency, and the pattern. If we wanted to give any patterns, we can choose that patterns also. Fill with patterns. Okay, see, this is the patterns. Okay, edit layer attributes, opacity, 10%. See, I made the opacity 10% so that the image is also visible. And what we can do, we can lock all the images from here. Lock pixels, lock positions and sizes, lock alpha channels. So there we have multiple things to lock. From here we can lock. And just wait a second. Yes, new layer added by adding transparent. I show you that. Renaming a layer. If we wanted to rename any layer, what we can do, just right click on that layer and go to the edit layer attributes, and here is the option. Okay, pattern, anything, whatever we wanted to show. So now see, name is changed. Okay, wanted to delete this, just delete this. Wanted to change the name. Okay, see, name is changed. And then what we can do, deleting a layer, we just learned how we can delete. And deleting a layer means, first of all we have to select the layer which we wanted to delete, and then we can delete that layer. Okay, means that layer must be activated, otherwise we cannot delete, otherwise a different layer will be deleted. And then creating a duplicate, I also demonstrated this, how we can create the duplicate. To create a duplicate layer, just select the layer and click create a duplicate layer button at the bottom of the layer windows. See, this is the option to create the duplicate. See the duplicate. And if we wanted to duplicate layer, just click here and then go to the delete. If we wanted to delete this tulip, so we have to click on the tulips. But if we wanted to delete this, so click here and then go for the deletion. So see, the selected layer is deleted. So first of all, we have to select the layer which we wanted to delete. It is very, very important. Okay, we can delete this layer also. Just delete it. Now the original image is here. Okay, and this is the hands-on activity for you students. Please try to do this. See, understanding the base layer. What is the base layer? When we open an image in GIMP, it is automatically opened on a layer called the base layer. It is always the bottom layer. It is always better to create a duplicate of this layer so that original image does not get disturbed. So the base layer, the actual image which we are going to open, that is treated as the background, that is treated as the base layer. See here, this image is opened, so this is known as the base layer. So it is wise to create the duplicate of this after just by right click. Also we can create the duplicates, but we have the option here directly, so just click here and make the duplicate. So it is advised to perform any operation on this duplicate layer. So if anything happens that is not acceptable to you, we can just delete that particular layer and our original image is there, so that we can work there. Dodge tool, smudge tool. See, if we perform this, like, unfortunately this image is not acceptable to us. So what will happen? What will happen? We have the option to delete this layer at any moment and our original layer is intact. So this is the best idea to work on any image. So do not implement any changes on the base layer, just create the duplicate layer before performing any operations and work on that duplicate layer. If that is acceptable, that is quite perfect, whatever you wanted to do, then apply the changes to the all images. Otherwise we have the option to delete that layer which has gone wrong. Now the introduction to the masking. The next topic is that masking. Masking, this is the effect. It can be used in GIMP to hide the parts of the images. If we wanted to hide any part of the image, so we can use the mask. We can use the masking effect, and this allows us to modify the transparency of the layer in which the image is placed. The step to use this effect are: open the image, okay, create duplicate of the layer by selecting the layer, okay. So just we have created the duplicate, and then what we have to do, go to the layer, make the duplicate layer, go to the colors and then desaturate, and after this option what we have to do, the desaturate dialog box appears, click OK. This will convert the image in the duplicate layer into black and white. Right click the duplicate layer and select add layer mask options from the shortcut menu, okay. Add layer mask, okay. Just I'm going to demonstrate it step by step. So what we have, just create it and then go to the layers, okay, and then from here inside the colors what we have, desaturate, okay, desaturate color to, so this is going to desaturate, okay, this is desaturated. And then next what we have to do, right click the duplicate layer and select add layer mask, right click, add layer mask, if option is available there or not, add layer mask option is available. So white full opacity, see here, white full opacity option we have to choose, and then what we have to do, select the paintbrush tool and click and drag to paint the area you want to show from the layers below. See here, add, so this is added, and from here we have this paintbrush tool, see the portion on which this mouse is working, only that image is being displayed and all other parts are hidden. I will do it once again so that you can get the complete concept. Just click here and I'm going to change the size. Just make it 20 and use this brush. See, this is the so this is the feature of this. Means the actual content is hidden and only a single part is being displayed in the original color. So this is the magic. Yes, we can say this is the magic. Just we have to use this paintbrush tool very efficiently so that only the single image gets highlighted. Here I'm selecting another area also, that's why some different parts of the images are being in the actual color, but still I'm trying. See, this is wherever we will move this paintbrush tool, that part will be visible into the actual colors and other part will be in the masking colors. So this we can do. So this is the use of layer mask. Okay, now we can use the filters. We can use the filters to change the image into the different parts. Not in different parts, but the different variants of the image will be available. So we can apply the special effect called filters to an image, and filters are ready-made effects that change the appearance of an image. So what is this filter? Filter is the ready-made effects which can be used to change the appearance of the image, and we can apply photographic and artistic effects to an image using this option. So the steps to apply the filters are that: open an image and then click the filter menu and then select the desired filter, say distort, emboss from the sub menu. So just coming to this image, just delete this layer. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to go to the open an image and then go to the filter menu. Okay, so image is open, go to the filter menu. Okay, and inside the filter menu what we have, distorts, enhance, so we were discussing how to apply the filters. So first of all, that is the emboss filter, which we will apply like this. This is the image, and just I made the duplicate of this layer, duplicate layer, and just make me more copies here. So on this layer I'm going to apply the emboss. So go to the filters and here distorts, click the emboss, and here we can use the preserve the original format, preserve original colors. Now okay, so see, this is the emboss effect here, and on the next, just disable this. On the next layer, what I'm going to apply this sparkle filter. So this is the sparkle filter. So how we can apply that? Just coming here, going to the filters, and again go to this is light and shadow, and here we have the sparkle. Just wait for the option to appear. Okay, so see, like this they will appear in the natural colors. Click on the OK. So these are the sparkles color coming into the white color, natural color. And if you will choose any different color, if you will choose the black color, so this sparkle will appear into the black colors. See, we can change the colors and just cancel. Just this, not emboss, tools, lights and sparkles. And here what we can do, we can just change the color of the sparkles. The foreground color is black, so going to change it to black. See, this is taking time because see, this layer is see. this is the sparkle in the black color, and naturally it was coming into the white color. So we have the option to change the colors also, we can change. So in this way we can use this sparkle effect. Okay, and what is next we have to discuss is that how to apply this supernova filter. So it is very easy, we can apply it at any moment. So just go to another background, go to filters, and on the filters we have the option in the lights. This is the supernova and this is the supernova. What we can do, we can change the position wherever we want. We can change the color. So we have the options to choose different color, different styles. So this is, in this way we can apply this supernova filter. And this is glass style. So just let me demonstrate this also to you. Glass style. So coming to the filters, and here inside artistic we have this option glass style, and here we can apply the glass styles. So these are the filters which we were having in our book. So we learned how we can apply. There are multiple filters option we can use. So it is the matter of practice for you students. So please apply each and every filter so that you can learn how the filters are working, what is the impact or the effect of that filters. So now the next topic which we are going to discuss is that using masking and filters. So what we can do with the help of masking and the filters. So let us create the following photo frame using the masking and the filters. There is one demonstration, and with the help of the masking we will create. So what we have to do, just open an image and make a rectangular section. Make a rectangular section of the image and click toggle quick mask on a button at the bottom left of the image. A red colored mask appears outside the selection. So toggle quick mask on and off. So just I'm going to demonstrate this how it will happen. So we were working to create the toggle quick mask. So just select any area on the image. Okay, just make a selection. Okay, after this selection what we can do, click here, it is the quick toggle mask. So a red frame is appeared here just like the image shown in our books. So this is the toggle quick mask on a button here. So by clicking here we can off, and by clicking here we can on. And after this just go to the filter, go to the distort, and from here choose the webs or whirl and pinch. Okay, just click OK. No, just it distorted here. Just let me change this. Just opening another image to perform this operation. From beginning we will try this. Okay, just wait 1 second. So this is the image. Use any selection tool to make the selection, and see, now the selection is made. Just click here, toggle quick mask, go to the filters, and from distort use this whirl and pinch, and here we can change the options. So we can modify the things. And here we have the options, increase and decrease. So just I'm changing all the options so that we can see the changes what will happen. So see, this effect is created. Okay, so in this way we can apply this, whatever the filter, distortion, and whirl and pinch is demonstrated here. And there are multiple tools we have to adjust like that. So we have to set like amplitude 65.45 phases this, and wavelength this. So then we will get this exact option. So here just make it just changes. Okay, use any selection tool. And just click here, go to here, distort, and waves also we can choose. And here these are the options which we have to follow. So make the amplitude 65.45, 65.45, and then phases and wavelengths. So here the wavelength option is not available, phases are available. Phase shift is 233.28, 233.28. And see, the different things will appear. So you have to practice on this. So it will give you more comfort when you will practice. And the next option is that so these are the filters, these are the effects which we can apply on the images. And see, this will happen when we will use the images, and where we'll use the filters properly. We have the option to filters, blur, Gaussian blur. So just going to apply, just do it and go to the filters. Okay, hit the blur, use the Gaussian blur. And see here the blurred option is inside the masked area. This blur option is working, and it is working or not, to check it, just what we can do, just open another image and see the filters are working or not. Just go to the filters, go to the blur, Gaussian blur. See, this is the working. That's why I was telling you that this is working in the masked area, and that was not clearly noticeable to us. But still, if we will pay attention, we will be able to notice. Now, let me make this. Okay, go to the filters, blur, Gaussian blur. See, the masked portions are blurred. Edit now to invert, select invert, let's Control I, edit fill with VG color. So again we are going to start this, what is masking and filters. So first of all, make the selection. See, I'm also practicing with you. So just make the selection, click here in the quick toggle, okay, and after this just go to the filters, distort, use this waves option, okay, and just we can change the things, we can change the values, just like so the amplitude which we are going to make is 65.45, just make it 0.5, and then make the periods zero, okay, and we can make some more periods, Okay, it is more wonderful looking like. So we have the options, we can modify the thing, and the phase shifter is like 233.28 or anything, any value, and then what we can do, just the wavelength, and let it be okay. See, this is the effect. And then what we have to do, we have to apply the glassing blur filter. So again go to the filter and set the blur, use the glassing blur. See, this is the blurred, this portion is blurred, just go one step back. So this is the portion, and just at this moment we can create the duplicates to work up further here, and again go to the filters, go to the blur, make the glassing blur, make it okay, and now just deselect the changes. Okay, then invert the changes, go to the select and click on invert. Then on edit menu we have the option to fill with background color. Okay, so here we will use fill with background color, and that is by default white, and see the images. Save as. xp.xcf. Just so these are the effects which we worked and how it will look like. Now we can save this image as for our future use also. So that's it for today's chapter. So we learned how we can create the masking and filters. So with the help of on the mask we applied the filters and we changed the images. By this topic this chapter is complete. So this was completely the application of all the filters and application of all the tools. So I demonstrated how you can use this. Now in the next video class we will discuss the next chapter. Then till then, bye bye.